Alright, so let's continue to move forward. We are trudging resentfully through Icebrood Saga in our Guild Wars 2 personal story playthrough, and that's because there's so much good in Icebrood Saga until you get to champions. And then once you get to champions, it just gets like super, super painful. Fortunately, it's just the one chapter. However, it is a very long chapter because they tried to drag it out over an extended period of time with all these dragon response missions. I think we're like 5 out of 8 done now. So let's continue to work through them. We are on our way to Snowden Drifts. What is going on in Snowden Drifts? That is really good art,
Didn't
though.
expect to see you here. Heard about Lake Doric on my way back from Ebonhawk. Figured I'd spread the word to potential allies.
Okay.
Without her warning, more lives would have fallen to Eaton's Tormag. Our sanctuary is open to all needing refuge. When the enemy comes,
the fury.
Will you? Will you actually be ready? All right, am I killing these Icebrood? I think I'm killing these Spawnier Icebrood or whatever for no reason. Let's see. Quaggin saved is a thing. Light the braziers is a thing. Brazzers? Braziers, brazzers. Light the brazzers. And Icebrood is a thing. But 30 is a big number. You know, actually, if I remember right, though, getting all 3 as an individual player for this one is achievable. So we're going to try it, but what we're going to do is we're going to get to the top and work our way down from there. And the reason for that is because if I remember right, where we need to get the Quaggins is up here. It's not down below us. I think it's this, who's attacked? Oh. Why aren't you doing anything about this, Silent Snowfall? I think it's this blue thing up here. So, plus all these brazzers are up here. Do I have a Condi Clear on my heel? Ugh, gross. I don't. Why do I not have a Condi Clear? How are we doing on the brazzers? 6 out of 10. Where's that one that's like right behind us? Actually, how are we doing on time? 3 minutes. We might get everything. We might. What do we need? We only need 2 more. Oh, look at that though. We'll get a whole bunch of our kills right there. Let our mount take care of some of that. Land a bunch of hits for us. Get our pet to land a bunch of hits for us. There we go. That probably took us a long way towards what we were trying to achieve. Let's grab a whole bunch of these Quaggins now. Let's see. Oh yeah, we are about there on both the brazzers and the... In fact, we got the Icebrood killed. Icebrood killed. So let's see, I'm pretty sure we take him down here, but I might be wrong. Let's get this last brazzer. Yep. We just got credit for those 3. But we need to get more. There aren't that many to get. Look, they're all down here, I guess. Why kill them? Because I don't want them killing the Quaggin. How are we doing? A minute and a half? Ooh, man. There's so few Quaggin to grab. I'm a little concerned about whether or not we're going to get the Quaggin. We've already got 2 morale boosts, but it'd be awesome to get another one. I just don't know that it's achievable. We'll have to see how it goes. Move faster. Ooh, look at all that. That's problematic for us in terms of getting these Quaggin up there. Maybe we can avoid drawing too much attention until we're up close to the top. And maybe we can go around them instead of fighting them. Let's see if we can go this way. No. No. Alright, well, we're probably going to lose some of our Quaggins. Do we even have any with us? Yeah, we still got a few. Oh, we got it. We got all
Is it
3
me,
morale
or does
boosts.
this
Nice.
feel like a distraction? Like, not the main event. When Braham called, he said there was something else going on outside the Code walls.
Safeguarding the settlement is my chief concern. I can be your guide, but I can't spare forces to aid your expedition.
That's fair.
We would never ask. How about the rest of you?
I greet you. The sky greets the sea.
All right. Let's go, Claw. Do we need these people? I bet you we don't. I bet you they're just guards. We'll roll with what we got. We got a leopard shaman with us. I guess that's good. I don't recall. So, I mentioned before there's a whole collection of different allies you could potentially bring with you. I think when the first time you play through these, it's like more specific, but then later you have options. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it just seems like the leopard shaman's appropriate here. But there's like Omicron and Exalted and
Brought some friends.
golems and all kinds of nonsense. And I think at some point, maybe you have to unlock the ability. You can actually like choose which one best suits. Because some of them like provide like a whole mess of damage. Some provide a whole mess of CC. So, like we are getting a buff from this Icebrood or leopard shaman. There it is. I couldn't read it. Happened too fast.
Same as Lake Doric? No. Whole villages were frozen. And we fought Svanir shamans, not just warriors.
Quit talking it up, Commander. Casimir asked a question. She's not trying to compare people. Alright, there's the leopard thing again. Swiftness on critical hit, it looks like. And what else was it? Reduced cooldown? Yeah, it's so hard to... Quickness and swiftness on critical hit. Well, fortunately we're running a power build, so we should get that from time to time. I'm sure there's a cooldown on it that prevents us from just spamming it with, you know, like if you have, you know, something reasonably close to 100% crit, which I don't know that we do, because I'm just running straight berserkers. I'm sure we're nowhere near 100%. And I think generally to reach 100% with almost any build, probably going to require like food and stuff too, but probably much, much lower. 70%? It's not terrible under the circumstances.
I could outrun a centaur. I don't hear anything.
Getting closer. It's getting stronger.
What are you talking about, Bram? So you know that Bram's talking about the screaming. You know, the screaming further down the path, and Casimir's like, what are you talking about, bro? So again, this is about...
not making new frozen from the dead. So what are their lackeys doing here? I still don't hear anything. Bram, you're not sensing destroyers again by any chance?
No. There's pressure building in my ears. This is about the spirits. I can't explain, but I can feel the difference.
You remind me of our places. Those touched by death.
I could outrun a centaur. Feel the fury.
All right, so we're getting a whole bunch of stuff about Bram's like link to the dragons, because apparently it's both Icebrood and Primordius. What are they? Oh my gosh, I forgot. Destroyers.
Feel the fury.
You know what I love? Immediately before a boss, a mini boss. Nothing goes together like a boss and a mini boss. You know, back to back. What's the point of that?
I heard that.
I cannot hold against Jormag's champion much longer.
All right, so in case that audio wasn't clear, Owl is calling out to Bram specifically, although it's audible to the commander and Casimir as well. Owl's saying that Bram needs to hurry because she can't hold out against Jormag's minions too much longer. Sucks to be Owl, I guess.
village ahead?
There are no living out this way.
You should know I'm
Only
not
the
a
memories of one who once was.
This doesn't concern
Yeah, it just doesn't end, does it?
Year I've had,
I could outrun a centaur.
get out of the way.
Feel the fury. What dreadful business.
Oh, that's a pretty rough scream on the part of Al.
Voices have no say when a higher purpose calls. They allow the honor to mold them, just as you must.
Or maybe he's the Norn of prophecy because of everything he's done. Spiritual direction, I get it. I've needed it. But it's your choices and your actions that mattered, Braham. They're what made you who and what you are.
Who turned Casimir into such a preachy pain in the ass all of a sudden? Ugh. Thanks, Kaz. Thanks for the motivational poster on the wall. Oh yeah, this fight.
I exiled myself once.
I don't recall this one being like super
But
bad.
I will go even further if I must to keep power from Jormag.
You're gonna help us, one way or another. Why not make it easier on yourself?
There is no ease in corruption.
Ryland's channeling corrupted spirit energy. He'll pull the life from her. This one promised herself to Jormag once. Rules or not, a dragon doesn't take promises lightly.
He's too strong. We're not going to be able to bring him down.
Can't leave out like this. Jormag can't have her.
We don't have to kill him. Focus on the connection ramp. Kaz and I'll split his focus. I'll break you down. You sick? Strength of the pack.
Now he should phase. I mean, they all do, obviously, so it's no surprise that Ryland does as well. And I think we get some portals, if I remember correctly.
Clear the air. I'll break you down. We heal as one.
What I'm doing is necessary.
I'm getting a little... Ooh, that wasn't helpful. Getting a little low on health here.
Time to do some real damage.
Come hang out back here. Is that the only portal? I don't think it is. Yeah, it looks like there's 3 of these. Unless I've completely forgotten how to read the UI.
What dreadful business.
I agree, Casimir. You know what else is dreadful business?
I'll break you
Being preachy. Makes you extremely unwelcome at parties.
doesn't it? Feel the fury.
What's this for? We don't get a special action key here, so I'm not sure. Is it? Are they just trying to show us like the safe area?
They'll have to hit much harder.
I mean, it looks like maybe that's the case.
Clear the air.
Alright, I guess that's welcome.
Feel the fury. Bam! Strength of the pack. Wither. We heal as one. I'll break you down. Wither.
I wonder if we're getting close to another phase yet.
We heal as one. Stop now. He's
If I force a break, I'll be able to control the backlash.
free me, Braham. It's the only way.
Alright, so Braham, again, because the audio is kind of unclear, Braham said something about, if I free... Let's see, where is it? If I force a break, I won't be able to control the backlash. I assume that being a break between, from the connection here between Ryland and Owl. And Al responds, "Free me, Braham, it's the only way." And then Casimir said, "What dreadful business," because of course she did.
They'll have to hit much harder.
What just happened? What? I have no idea what that was. But okay. That's fine. Actually, since we're out of combat at the moment. Oh, did we end up in No, there we go. Alright, so why did I just, like, suddenly do that? Like, right in the middle of this fight? Since whatever it was that launched us in the air, which was a really weird thing, pushed us out of combat anyway, might as well go ahead and get that rolling, because we should be able to pick these up now. Yeah, there we go. And we get, like, little buffs from that. And so we'll take our little buffs, right?
Wither. Feel the fury.
Now, we've just about got Ryland here. It is worth noting that it's not like we're, about to defeat Ryland. Oh, I mistimed that horribly. That we're about to, like, defeat Ryland. That's not what's happening here.
What dreadful business.
You are the harness. All of prophecy. Tell them.
Just stop. Release now. Take the wheel and go home. We still have 3 more corrupted spirits we can leverage. Might take longer, but we'll get there. Soon your lad will be strong enough to face Prime Orders head on and win. gone. For good.
Willing to sacrifice herself. Again. Shouldn't be in vain.
I opened the gate under Jormag's ice citadel. That's what brought Al back. Made her vulnerable.
You aren't responsible for Ryland or Jormag.
Not their choices, maybe. But I am for mine.
What did Owl mean? The Wild together can direct the fall.
I don't know. Why can I sense destroyers? What does Owl's message mean? How do we fight two Elder Dragons at once?
Calm down, Bram.
Calm down, Bram. We'll figure it out. We always do.
The spirits of the Wild have known Jormag longer than any of us. Maybe they can help. Before more of us have to die.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Is that where we're left off? Alright, apparently it is. Let's see. Maybe the spirits of the wild will have something to say here. I have no idea. I really don't remember this part. Consult with Irene, apparently. Alright, let's go consult with Irene. We were originally going to talk to Banger. Are we still going to do that, or have we given up on that?
Uh-oh.
Champion, what's wrong?
It was horrific. Whole villages of innocent people just frozen. Mid-step. For hundreds of years to come. I don't know what the Arcane Council intended, but what Jormag's doing, it's obscene.
And it's working. Based on both dragons' energy readings, the balance of power is definitely shifting. The council? We got what we wanted.
Jormag got what they wanted. We have to put a stop to this.
Perhaps we can persuade the persuader. Jormag, may we speak?
Anytime, Grand Niece. I told you I so enjoy our talks.
What you and Ryland are doing, the freezing of living things, it needs to stop.
Stop? Why?
For one thing, you're using corrupted magic. I don't need to tell you how dangerous that is.
I've been an Elder Dragon for quite some time, my dear.
More importantly, it's wrong.
Wrong.
You're dooming those mortals to centuries of darkness, limbo, who knows what?
I confess I do not.
That's the point. For all you know, they're in pain, tortured.
Their lives are preserved. When they thaw, they'll be in exactly the same condition they were when frozen.
Physically, maybe. But mentally, emotionally, you don't know. You don't care. You need to care.
My dear, I do care. Of course I care. But you've left me with no option.
Me? What do you...
You refuse to help me stop the existential threat my brother poses. What choice then do I have but to shift the balance of power by whatever means I can?
Not like...
Your balance that chains me to an animal. No thought, no reason. Imagine my mind bound for all eternity to that.
The balance is needed.
The balance will kill us all! That's why I need you. You know the prophecy. Only Primordus can kill me. I won't risk taking him head on.
So you want me to do it for you. And if I don't...
Irene, Grand Niece, I only ever wanted us to be allies. Friends. I still do. But I'm not the one putting us on opposite sides.
That was not reassuring.
No. Timey, try to talk some sense into the Arcane Council. Maybe we can at least take some pieces off the board.
Why do I get the feeling our lives just got way more complicated?
Do they all go mad? Why do they all go mad?
Alright,
It's Jory.
oh,
Just
what's
got
up, Jory?
word. There was an attack on the Solari village of Cathal.
Of course there was.
Caledon Forest, right? Was it Icebrood?
And Frost Legion. I'm sending an emergency broadcast to anyone near that area. If you can help, just give me the word.
And what word exactly would you prefer?
Canuck? Is that Canuck?
It is Canuck. I couldn't help it over here you need some help near Cathal. Lucky for you, I happen to be in the area.
In the area doing what exactly?
Well, helping you, I suppose. Don't be long, Commander.
Okay. Yeah, so what's the deal with her? Like, she's suddenly like this huge peacenik, which is really out of place in the game, right? Whether or not it's out of place for Arena, I'm not in a position to say. I mean, after all, she's kind of a character that's still in development all the way up until completion of Icebrood Saga. And so I guess, are they trying to make that part of her character? I don't know. It just feels ridiculous. Like, her stance, and don't get me wrong, that's the stance that some people have in real life. Like, oh, violent people will be less violent if you just give them some space or something like that. Which is ridiculous. It's actually deeply offensive. The solution to violence is always violence, unfortunately. But here's Irene, like, wanting to stay out of it. Maybe she'll propose some sanctions. So that leaves us. It leaves Jormag without help against Primordius, but it leaves us alone as well.
You know, the Dominion of Winds is right up the hill. Would be nice if those overgrown feather dusters pitched in for once.
Alright, let's see. Civilians evacuated. That shouldn't be that hard. It looks like they're pretty clumped up. So if we take care of a few of these Icebrood, maybe we can get like a whole bunch of them out at once. Kill 30 Icebrood. That should be doable, although I did waste some time again at the beginning. And then what? Repair the barricades. Oh yeah, those are down at the end. That should be pretty doable too. We should be able to... We may be able to manage all three of these. We'll have to see how it goes. Start by getting a whole bunch of these civilians. Ah, rats.
Feel them. Time to do some real damage.
Where's that one? Oh, they're there. Alright. They don't go to the end. Do they come back here to the start, or do they go down to the end? I think they come back to the start. Ooh, I don't see the blue area, though. Am I wrong? I'm wrong. They come with us. Rats. I doubt we're going to be able to get them there without a whole bunch of them dying. But we'll give it a try. Along the way, we'll kill some of these Frost Legion and Icebrood and whatnot. Yeah, we got to get them up here. It's also where the barricades are, though. Oh, and there's a whole bunch more there. Yeah, we should be able to... Even with me wasting a whole bunch of time, we may be able to get all three of these quick enough. Alright, let's grab these ones as well, because certainly I've lost at least one or two.
Time to do some real damage. I could outrun a centaur.
Alright, what did that give us? 8 out of 10? Yeah. Too easy. Well, I say that, but we'll see. We'll see if it's easy or not. Let's see, there's one up there. Gotta keep dealing with Icebrood, though. Let's build some barricades real quick. Can I end that animation early? Yep. Canuck, shut up. I'm actually having a hard time getting another survivor here. Just 'cause, I mean, these Icebrood are just all over the place. Too bad I don't have an AoE heal. I bet it would work on him. I mean, Ranger does have an AoE heal, but I don't have it equipped right now. Alright, let's see. We got our Icebrood. We've defended the folks who need defending. Let's see if we can build barricades fast enough or not. What do we need to do? Total 5 barricades. We got 45 seconds to do one more barricade. Oh, good. They destroyed that one. There we go. All 3. Nice.
Outsiders, anyone, please!
I don't believe it.
Sorry, ran very fast.
Who are you?
Religious Sparrowhawk from the Dominion of Winds. I've been sent to gather aid. We're under attack.
Under attack? By Icebrood?
The frost creatures laid siege to the gate and built a giant wall of ice. I barely slid through before it sealed the path into the city. With me, please! We must break their siege!
We can't allow Jormag to take the Dominion of Winds. Go, we'll follow. Canuck with me.
Commander?
You know, Canuck didn't, like, universally volunteer to just do whatever we told him. He volunteered to come help and defend this. Here we are just issuing commands as if he's never been gone. Ah, poor little bugger. Alright.
So when your neighbors get attacked, nothing, but when you're attacked, you expect us to pitch in, no questions asked.
If you have questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them.
A masterful dodge. Who else have you managed to pull into this?
Some Asura were nearby with one of their strange inventions. They're waiting for us at Kanto Trading Post.
I'll bet they heard Jory's broadcast, showed up to help, and got dragooned into this mess. Enough of this.
So this was an interesting thing at the time, because yes, since launch, the Tengu have been in the game. But honestly, our interaction with them prior to End of Dragons was extremely limited. Why did it increase with End of Dragons? Because, you know, we went to Cantha. So this was a nice little opportunity, and Icebrood Saga did offer us like little Tengu things several times, which made the community very hopeful that one day we would return to Cantha. I'm actually surprised that we returned to Cantha. I'm not disappointed by it, though. I don't know. I'm ready for new stuff, which Secrets of the Obscure may actually give us. So we'll see. But yeah, I don't know. We'll get to that when we get to End of Dragons. But yes, this was an opportunity to get some Tengu content, and some people were pretty excited about that. So there were some Asura here that we're like linking up with, or what? What's up? Yeah, no, we don't need. Nice. So this is a really nice escort. We got one escort broken into 2 escorts. Like I heard you like escorts. You know, it's awful.
You seem surprised that we would help you, Calidris. Quite the dim view you must have of your neighbors.
I don't really know my neighbors. This is only my 3rd time outside the walls. Never even met a Sylvari before.
Lucky for you, I've been told I make a wonderful first impression.
A Sylvari like you?
My dear, I dare say none of them are quite like me. Most of them share in your naivete. But me, well, my face is basically a map of the world by now.
Yeah, this what is it called? Chilled. That's what it's called. It's kind of a dumb name for a condition. Anyway, making me definitely wish that I brought some sort of Condi Cleanse. I mean, it is a condition if you're like a fruit salad, right? But we're not a fruit salad. Maybe Canucks a fruit salad. I don't know.
Vacate these premises.
Destroyer's taking. You sick?
Now this upcoming boss fight, which is down here at the bridge, so we still got starts right here, and then it spans across that bridge. It is better than most of the Dragon Response missions in that it has like kind of an interesting, unique dynamic to it. Well, I don't know how unique it is. I believe it's duplicated elsewhere in the game. There's something similar to it in one of the Fracos. But you know, just the same. At least it has something to it. Which is better than some of these others where it feels like you just pound on an HP sponge for like a solid 15 minutes.
Fury, we're with you. Let's tear it down. They'll have to hit much harder. I'll break you down.
Enough of this. Never capitulate. Vacate these premises.
Oh, I forgot that. We got to buy the ability to use those. All right, well, we'll apply our experience to that real quick.
Feel the fury. Time to do some real damage.
I don't, by the way, I think that's awful. To have to buy access to a mastery track. Like, there's already a system for establishing progress in a mastery track.
Like we're making progress, Commander.
Buying access to the mastery track in the first place is like a little bit almost like insulting.
I mean, yes! Good. Everyone, thank you. Commander, Canuck, please join me for a moment. I want to introduce you.
Calidris, you led the counterattack?
With more than a little help, these outsiders pitched in, and of course the others beyond the bridge.
You assembled this army in what, an hour? How did you convince them?
I don't know about an
They
army.
asked for help, so we gave it. That's always reason enough. We want to extend.
Behind you! Beyond the bridge!
Well, that's going to be a problem. Want to open that gate so we cannot die?
And risk that thing getting inside? Not a chance.
All right, so we need to light these fires here.
Those bonfires. You can light your arrows and melt the damn thing.
I'll work. Come on.
So beyond the Tengu like lighting their arrows on the bonfire or whatever, we want to keep the bonfires lit because it keeps us from receiving a debuff. That's the result of, I don't know, this guy being like super frosty. So yes, bonfires important. See how he's gonna put them out, and we can retreat back to another bonfire. Although ultimately, I think we move back forward at some point as well.
You sick? Clear the air. Feel the fury. I'll break you down. Rip 'em up.
There we go. We'll relight that thing. Hey, relight it. What the heck? Come on, Commander. There we go. Oh, he put it right back out. That sucks.
Oh, you're not going to die here. This is just another fun story you get to tell your friends at the tavern.
I don't have any friends.
Just another fun story you get to keep to yourself, I suppose.
That's actually a, like, mildly entertaining bit of dialogue there between, what is her name, Calidris? Oh, I did not dodge that. And Canuck. Oh, I did not dodge that either. I'm having a bad go of it here. I might actually get down. I thought I remember this one like being not that bad, and I am like not looking good here.
We heal as one. I'll break you down. They'll have to hit much. Strength of the pack. Clear the air.
Why did my heal not work?
We heal as one.
In general, it's not giving me a lot anyway. I don't remember if that's...
You sick? We heal as one.
No, bad dodging. It's kind of been a thing for me today.
Feel the fury. We heal as one. You sick?
There we go. That one went a little faster than I intend to.
I don't know what to say.
We can start at thank you and navigate from there.
I have to be honest. I didn't expect I'd find help from anyone outside our walls. Not after what I've been told. There's much to think on. But I can safely say you're not at all like I expected. So, thank you.
The Dominion of Winds faces the same threat we all do. Perhaps there is hope of a stronger alliance between us.
I have little sway over my people. But perhaps if I tell the story to enough Tengu in the tavern...
Opinions will change. Anyone who wants to fight with us just has to say the word. Goodbye, Calidris Sparrowhawk.
Wow, we're turning this into like some kind of poignant thing. Do we want to talk to Calidris some more? Still can't believe we survived that. Me either, because I was playing really poorly.
You and Canuck are really downplaying this. It's honestly a bit unsettling. Not so much because I think
Fair.
you're wrong, but more because it means you've had to fight these things before. And if
Also
you
fair.
him enough to act like this in life or death situations, what have you been avoiding? And why?
Compelling questions. Alright, yeah. What's going on in Dominion of the Winds? So, Dominion of the Winds is like a hermit kingdom of Tengu here. It kind of takes up like this space right here below. Can we not just look at like the whole world? There we go. So below Kessex Hills, and there's actually an entrance that's closed in Kessex Hills. There's also an entry that's closed somewhere else, like Lion's Arch. Like it goes like that, I guess, that entrance, because apparently it goes around Claw Island. So this whole like area here is like Dominion of the Winds. And the Tengu won't let anyone in, and they don't come out. And yep. So what goes on in there?
I'm a messenger. My speed is unmatched, and I know every shortcut through the Eyrie.
That has nothing to do with what I asked.
Icebrood? When they started amassing around the gate, I was sent to find help. I think they knew if anyone had a chance of slipping out before the bridge was lost, it'd be me. And it was. To be honest, I'm not sure how I go back to delivering mail after this.
Huh. Well, you can come to Cantha with us, I guess. All right, I've had enough Caladris. Do we even want to talk to? Well, Canuck's likable. Let's talk to Canuck for a minute. Bit of an adventure. Yeah. You think it could help bring more Tango to the fight?
Sure. Enough. Not likely. Caladris was able to fight with us side by side. Not everyone's that lucky. Or unlucky. Not even sure anymore. Like I said, my bar for what constitutes a good time isn't what it used to be.
Okay.
Don't bother me. I'm thinking.
What were you really doing in Caladon
Just a brief
Force?
stopover on my own journey, Commander. One I'll have to be returning to. I made a lot of money off of your adventures. Allowed me to put some of my own plans in motion. Now I have promises to keep and schemes to complete. Things that require me to stay alive and far away from world-ending events.
So Canuck is a schemer, right?
I'll always bet on you.
Thanks, Canuck. So this is just kind of consistent with his character. It's far less off-putting than some of the other characters. So, hey, whatever happened to you after Dragonfall?
Traveling with Saida.
Of course.
I had to go collect my winnings from every major city across Ilona and Tyria. Imagine their surprise when I showed up with the news that Krakatorek was dead. Relief, joy. Uh-oh. It's good I had a little muscle to back up my claims.
So he's like borderline criminal? I mean, Canuck. The outrage. All right, we're going to try and get one more. Let's try and get one more in before another video break. If we get one more in, take a video break, and then push through, we might be able to finish Icebrood Saga today.
Champion,
I don't know if it's going to feel
I
good.
have something urgent to show you.
I'm on my way.
I am actually on my way. All right, so what does Irene want to show us? Hopefully it doesn't take a long time.
Holy crap, Commander! There's been a spike in Primordius' power like I've never seen!
Something's changed. Get back to me as soon as you figure out what.
I can shed some light on that front, Champion. Braham came to see me.
Hear me out. It's my destiny to see Jormak dead. You understand that better than anyone.
I do. But Jormag has much more power now.
Owl said the wild together can direct the fall. And I'm the harness.
That's a lot on your shoulders, Bram. And more is at stake.
Which is why the spirits and I are gonna wake Primordus. Get him focused on destroying Jormag, not the world. I just need to know where Primordus is.
Why does that matter? Jormag will never face him voluntarily, unless Jormag is certain to win.
So we force the confrontation. Jormag can't stay hidden from their own twin.
Primordus is a wild beast. There is no directing him.
I'm Norn, Oreen. We're not afraid of beasts. Spirits of the wild will give him all the brains he needs. We will stop Jormag. Help us.
I'll keep watch on you through the mists.
You agreed to that reckless plan?
I did. You'll only understand if you walk in Bram's shoes. Step into the scrying pool, Champion. Bram's journey awaits.
Oh, this is a long instance. This is the one I was talking about, super long. Alright, I guess we'll do it and then take our video break after that. Man, this one is not fun. Alright, so what did we see there? We saw a flashback, essentially, of Braham and his mission. Now we're reliving what he's trying to do.
I'm a snow guy.
There is an open cavern below the lava. I can sense the air currents. That should make you feel much better.
Yeah, the idea was yours, Erson. Are you saying you're not up to the quest?
Nah, the plan is perfect. Jormag's not expecting us. Bastard's too cocky.
I do love a hunt when the prey doesn't see me coming.
Exactly. Just saying, burning alive wasn't part of my plan.
Good thing you're running with this pack. Channel our energy to push the lava back. I appreciate it.
Ugh. Alright, so essentially, what's happening here, just in case it's not, like, really clear, Braham believes, with the help of the spirits of the wild, that he can
Be surprised there's a welcome wagon.
harness.
Don't get easier the further you go.
I'd say they get more fun. Best time I've had in ages.
Snow leopard sounds so sassy. He believes that he can harness Primordius, or not control Primordius, but influence Primordius. And that in doing so, he can force a confrontation between Primordius and Jormag, that being the mechanism by which Primordius and Jormag will confront each other, right? So now we're reliving, thanks to the scrying pool in Arene. And he talked about this plan with Arene before he went on this little quest that we're seeing right now. So, with the help of the spirits, here he goes to try to engage Primordius. Where are we in the world? Who knows? Who knows? We're going down some volcano. I don't know if this is intended to be Draconis Mons or not. What was it called? It was called something. What was it? Titan's Throat? I don't remember if that's a specific place in the world, on the world map. It might be. Maybe we can check later. We're not going to be able to check right now, I don't think. So I am glad that unlike the Season 2 stuff with Kaith, here they let us keep like our skills and weapon. That feels much better than like the Kaith thing. That was a horrible experience. I didn't think that felt good at all. Primal Kiln, which is what we're on our way down to. So this looks like Draconis Mons, right? It looks like they reused that map. So presumably we're back in Draconis Mons. Hey. Where did these two come from? Alright. Man, I could go for an Eggo waffle. And instead I'm replaying this instance with Braham. Brutal. Alright. So basically, everything we just did, we're going to do like 2 more times. Alright. Last time, the lava was pushed out of the way by Wolf or whoever it was. Now Bear's going to do it for us. Bear, help me out and move some lava.
Defeating one dragon for the other? What if we end up like Ox and the rest? What happens to the Norn if we four are lost?
Hundreds, thousands of us have already died because of these elder dragons. Something has to change.
Alright, so you couldn't hear... Oh, and we still can't, actually. So there's a whole bunch of dialogue taking place between the spirits of the wild right now.
Spirits. Glad I'm an only child.
So essentially, because I don't feel like going back and reading the whole thing, essentially the spirits are discussing whether or not this is a good idea. They're questioning what's going to happen to them if this fails. and then the spirits kind of go back and forth and pick at each other a little bit, give each other a hard time. Yeah, so this is this entire instance, and it's long because we just continue to do this down and down and down with clumps of destroyers. You can potentially get overwhelmed if you, because some of these clumps are static and some of them move up and down. So sometimes if it looks like there's like 8 to 12 dudes ahead of you and several of them are vets and stuff, it may benefit you to just try and pull them, or to wait a second and see if they come a little bit further up the spiral of the volcano. That is particularly true when we get to the bottom and the boss is down there. Or there's a mini boss. I don't remember if there's boss or mini boss at the bottom of the spiral. And there's a number of mobs around him as well. If you can pull those mobs, you're going to have a little bit of an easier time. Is that all of them? Looks like it. Alright, we got Leopard here to open up the next path. And then more dialogue, undoubtedly.
This still seems more like recklessness than wisdom.
Man. So weird that we can't hear them at all. They're talking again and it's like basically inaudible. So to some degree, the spirits are second guessing now. Raven points out that Braham's not clever enough to be deceiving them, which is kind of a little bit funny, maybe. I mean, he's definitely not a rocket surgeon, right? That's never been part of his character. That was in response to Bear, saying, "Hey, you better be true to your word. Like this, this plan better be, what you say it is, and worth the risk." Because the spirits are taking tremendous risk here, right? They could be lost in this process, and that is a very important part of like the Norn lore. Some of the spirits being lost to Jormag, so that it isn't just like a what might happen type thing. For the spirits of the wild who survived that would be genuinely like a legitimate concern. So maybe that tiny component of this is interesting and compelling within the world of Guild Wars 2. Unfortunately, the big picture of like smushing two dragons together just doesn't feel that compelling or interesting. Alright, are we getting relatively close to the bottom? I can't remember if there's more lava or... Can't tell. Can't tell, which is a bad sign. That means we're still far enough away to not be able to see it. That's actually, like... That's straight up disappointing, actually. And all of Champions, right? So just like a Dragon Response mission, do the same thing 15 times. Make it last 30, 45 minutes. And that's how ArenaNet, pushes this out to be long enough to where it constitutes content. Alright, so it's a mini boss that's down here. When I was talking about kind of the bottom of the spiral, where it can get a little problematic. I'm talking about right there. That elite combined with those dudes, because there is another named boss all the way at the bottom. He's actually potentially easier than this whole thing, though, if I remember correctly. Problem, actually. So I grabbed the bow because in order to pull these guys, what we don't want is to use the axe, right? Because the axe is going to bounce and it's going to hit like a whole bunch of things. And we don't want that. So let's see if we can get this guy to come up here and hang out with us. Worst case scenario, we'll go down there. It's just all vets and an elite. And that's not kind of where we wanted to be on that. So if we can get, let's see, if we swap pets and pull the pet up here, will he come up here too? Alright, that should do the trick. Ooh, I didn't mean to stand in that fire. That was a tremendous mistake. Wow. Well, stupid things happen to stupid people, I guess. Oh! Paying attention to too many things at once. Why isn't that working? Alright, Raven. Is this the last lava field that we need to get past? Are we, like, almost there? This actually feels a ton like the Dragon Response missions. Alright. Wolf, once you've joined with Primordius, you will still be able to commune with us, Braham.
Wish it would have come with wings, though.
You should be so lucky.
Raven, you should be so lucky. So what Braham said is being the Norn of Prophecy is worth something, wish it would come with wings. So I guess he's tired of, like, jumping down. So there's Primordius right there. You can use the map to kind of see if we're centered on the platform.
Here we go. Heads up, flame brains.
So we remember this from when we were here with Balthazar and stuff. They're using the same map, but this is clearly not the same terrain. So I'm still unclear on where exactly this is meant to be. Because you can see that is the same.
Can't think of anyone better to lead Primordius to his last fight.
So the thing that's been around us the whole time, like this glowy shield, is essentially a shield that the spirits gave us to protect us from the heat of the volcano down here. Much like the druids, when we were in Draconis Mons, gave us the same thing, right? Just now, it's the spirits of the wild instead of those druid spirits. Which I suppose if you wanted to just go bananas on like lore and speculation and stuff, you could compare and contrast the two and kind of speculate on where the druids came from in the first place, because they're demonstrate. Here the spirits of the wild demonstrate similar attributes. I don't know that we're meant to, perceive at any point in time that there's any sort of relationship there or commonality, but they never tell us a lot about the druids. Bear tells us, your will is greater than this challenger. Fight. Destroyer of the Last King is this guy's name. He's going to fight not unlike the big destroyer that looked the same in, where was it? The Deldrimor place. Thunder, oh my gosh. Thunderhead Peaks. There we go. Thunder something or another. Thunder Thigh Extravaganza. No difference here. Just the setting is the only significant difference that I recall between the two. Oh, and the eggs aren't there, which is nice. So time-consuming. What happens if we choose to become the wolf? I don't remember what happens. Ooh, these attacks like root you. That is not a good feeling. You know what? Had quite enough of that. Oh, can I not stop being the wolf? Thank you. Jeez. That was horrible. Apparently it puts your pet away when you become the wolf. Is there some exploit or something associated with that it would do that? I wonder. That's super weird. I've never tried to fight with Braham as the wolf before. I don't even think on my first playthrough. If I did it on my first playthrough, I certainly don't remember. It just does not feel good. The attacks are slow. They root you. I can't imagine why somebody would do that. It's not unusual, though, for like this kind of content, for only one person, if we were in a party, one person to appear as Braham, and everyone else to appear like as themselves or something. So maybe like the person who opens it gets to appear as Braham, in which case they could become the wolf and no one else could. I'm speculating, though. I've never done it and have no intention of doing it. I don't, the only thing worse than doing this by yourself is doing it with, that's not true. This is probably better with other people, but I've never done it that way. Alright, super slow progress, but it is progress. I guess if I was better at DPS, then maybe it wouldn't be such a problem, but I'm not, so. I kind of don't like it when he gets into these corners like this, because I feel like it robs me of my space to work. Ooh, and makes like seeing things difficult. There we go. Although nice, he decided to put his big cone flame attack right into a wall. I guess we got that going for us. Hey, how about you shut up, Raven? I got like Raven and Bear and stuff like backseat driving. Trying to tell me how to win this fight. Alright, that should about do it.
Primordius always been this ugly?
Probably, Bram. Alright, so Braham said, has Primordus always been this ugly? We were able to hear that. What we weren't able to hear then is Wolf responds, yes and no. Now the infection of magic from dead gods and dragons is etched across his face. So this thing that they've been doing for much of the Guild Wars 2 story, where like magic is shared and spread across, and you know, when one entity that's storing magic dies, it's released in the world, and other entities like gobble it up or absorb it. That kind of continues here with Primordus, and of course it canonically it should, right? Because they've already established that. So it should be the same for Primordus as with the others. And it's confirmed here. And then Bear says, gird yourself. So we got the 4 spirits. They've been with us thus far. They've helped us. They've enabled us. Now we're going to channel energy from them.
I will lend Primordus the clarity and reason to recognize his enemy.
Okay. Now they're talking about what they're going to give Primordus, not what they're going to give Braham. That's important because the idea is that we use these spirits of the wild to like drive Primordus towards Jormag. That's not going to be possible if they cannot influence Primordus. So they're not making these. They're making the promises to Braham, but it's not a promise of what they're going to do for Braham. It has everything to do with what they're going to do with Primordus.
Strengthen the spirits of the wild, the fortitude and ferocity to remain ourselves, even within Primordus.
Sure hope so.
I will tie the spirits of the wild together in our purpose.
I'm going to recap these here in a second because, again, the audio is just way out of balance.
Fix Primordus's ravenous hunger on his sibling to end them both.
Alright, so Raven is going to lend Primordus clarity and reason. Bear is going to strengthen the spirits of the wild with fortitude and ferocity. Snow Leopard fix Primordus's hunger on Jormag. Wolf tie the spirits of the wild together. Did I cover all 4?
Tricked into claiming the connection. How do you stop an avalanche? Yes.
We don't. You get above it. Primordus needs a champion. A champion like Ryland. A harness. What if I become like...
Why are you doing this? The attention? A legend? A power?
No. I'm doing it so everyone will be safe. So my friends will survive.
That is your spirit, Bram Erson. Never doubt your spirit.
Okay, so now the spirits tried to join up with Primordus and give him those things, and Primordus rejected them. So now Bram is going to attempt to become the champion of Primordus so that the spirits can, through Bram, influence Primordus. And that's when they ask him, you know, why is he doing it? And that should have been clear what was taking place there. We get no explanation for why this being, which has no reason and no one can interact with, is suddenly amenable to Bram becoming the champion. We have no explanation for how Bram becomes the champion. All that's going to be put aside. It feels like such a logical leap that I kind of don't like that. Normally I'm okay with them like not explaining things that are difficult to explain because it just puts the player in a weird spot. Not a bad spot, but a weird spot. But in this case, it's such a leap that I don't know that I like it. But just saying, that's what's going to happen. Like, I don't get any say on the matter.
Maureen, I know this wasn't exactly the plan, but we will bring the twin dragons together, no matter what it takes. Tell the commander. This is my choice.
And there goes Bram, walking down to link up with Primordus.
Bram! Where... Did he survive?
I believe he was able to bond with Primordus. Yes. But I'm cut off from him now.
Bram sacrificed himself to protect us all. How could he...
His plan could very well succeed. If Jormag and Primordus are coaxed into confrontation, they will destroy each other.
But what happens to Bram when they do?
It was his choice. We have to respect it, no matter the outcome. We owe him that.
All right. So Braham. Braham is now... Oh,
It's Krisha.
dialogue.
What's your day look like?
I'm sure you were about to tell me.
Malice and I reached out to the Omicron. We're spearheading an alliance. Long term.
Is that something they'd be interested in? I mean, with the Flame Legion back in the picture?
It's a new Flame Legion. Or a new Char. A united Char. The Omicron are at least willing to hear us out. They're sending Rox as their representative, and I'd like you to join us. A kind of neutral mediator.
I'd be honored. Haven't seen Rox since Dragonfall. It'll be nice to catch up.
We're meeting south of Lion's Arch. Bloodtide Coast. See you soon, Commander.
All right. Quick video break here, because we are going to try and finish Icebrood Saga today. So, when we come back from this little video break, we are going to charge down to Bloodtide Coast, where apparently the Char legions and the Omicron are going to try and reconcile to some degree and create an alliance in the interest of protecting Char as a race and fighting the dragons, etc., etc. So, when we come back, that is where we will pick it up. And of course, Braham being now champion of Primordus. That also will be happening.